Hello everyone, in this video we're going to talk about some of the upcoming MMOs that I have accepted and am willing to move forward on as of recording on June 12th, 2026. Before we begin, a few disclaimers. This video does not mean that these MMOs will actually be good, and it does not mean that they will have a thriving longevity. It does not mean that I will play them and then stay on them in the long term. All this video means is that I'm going to give these MMOs a chance, and that's it. Okay, let's start with an upcoming MMO called Bella Torres. I am more open to this MMO because of the idea of multiple houses fighting for control, similar to what you've seen in Game of Thrones. And I think, okay, cool. So we could take our guild and back up one of the houses, and then we could see which other guilds are also going to be working with us and who will be working against us. And I think this idea is actually going to be pretty cool. Chrono Odyssey. Oh my god, how could I not put Chrono Odyssey on this list? Well, okay, after that previous beta just was so bad. Actually, yeah. But they are working on it. I've seen the patch notes and stuff. There's gonna be another one at some point. We're gonna see how the game is progressing based off the changes. They've literally delayed it. They've delayed this game so many times. I remember hearing it was supposed to come out at one point in 2022 and maybe 2023, and then it just got delayed because of things like moving from Unreal Engine 4 to 5, and then the last beta, which flopped. And they just really, really want this game to be as good as possible, which is why they keep delaying it. So, with things like time travel, the potential for a really good story, a large player base, the Chronotector, I mean, how could I possibly say no? I mean, I'm going to check this game out. Next, we have Honor of Kings World. Okay, honestly, when I first heard the title, I was just like, I mean, whatever, I guess. But then I saw that the Sticks from MMO Byte, which is now called Married to Gaming, was really, really hyped for this game. And then I started looking into it a bit more. And then I saw things like, okay, so shared open world, other players, a good setting. Okay, I mean, I guess I could give it a shot. So I'm open to the idea of trying to play Honor of Kings World. Then we have Light No Fire, which, I mean, I don't think we've heard anything about this game in at least 1 or 2 years. I mean, some people are kind of skeptical about this game at this point, but I've heard so many people who enjoyed No Man's Sky, and then they're thinking, ooh, Light No Fire is probably going to be good. And, I mean, I can't deny it. I mean, I'm just going to have to give this game a shot. Lord of the Mysteries. I've actually heard a lot of people are super hyped about this game. I'll be honest, at first it just kind of flew under my radar and just like, oh, okay, another title, I guess. And then I started looking into it a bit more, and I thought to myself, oh, okay, so it's like a compelling story. It has a pre-built fan base. There are certain features on this game that might be beneficial and very helpful to its longevity. So, yeah, I mean, I'll definitely give it a shot. Misa Online. I've talked about this in one of my previous videos, so yeah, I'll give it a shot. I mean, it's from a Turkish developer, just like the Quinfall. But I mean, you take a look at screenshots like this on the Steam page, and you're thinking, okay, it might be worth checking out. I don't see why I shouldn't be checking it out. In fact, that's going to be, that's pretty much every video on this, or every MMO on this video. I'm going to check it out because I don't see a reason not to. Then we have Project DNA. Now I did a whole dedicated video on Project DNA in the past, and yeah, I'm willing to check it out. The Riot MMO, which we know nothing about. Now, for those of you who don't know, Greg Street was the one in charge of the Riot MMO, but then he had creative differences with the rest of Riot Games, so then he left to found his own studio, Fantastic Pixel Castle, to try to create Project Ghost, which in modern day has run out of funding because NetEase refused to keep backing them up with funding, and nobody else seemed to want to either. So that MMO has pretty much gone downhill before we even had the chance to play it. And then even after Greg Street left, the rest of Riot Games decided to scrap 8 years of production and just rebuild the Riot MMO again out of scratch. So that's why I have nothing pictured here, because at least as far as I know, we know pretty much nothing about the Riot MMO besides it's going to take place in Runeterra, the same world that League of Legends takes place in. But I will be looking forward to learning more about the Riot MMO and, of course, playing it later. Next is Soulframe. I mean, how could I not include Soulframe? For those of you who don't know, it's going to be from the same studio who developed Warframe, but it's going to be more forest, nature, magic, and Souls-like. And for those who don't know, I actually saw there was a Steam page released. So you can actually go ahead and wishlist this game on Steam right now as of me filming this video. I mean, so yeah, Soulframe I'm definitely willing to give a chance to. And then finally we have Terra 2. Now, for those who've played the original Terra, I actually did enjoy playing the original Terra. I thought it was a good game, and I'm going to at least give Terra 2 a chance. I mean, hopefully it will be better than what we saw in the original Terra, because, you know, over time, more chance for optimization. But hey, we'll see what happens. So my ending question for all of you is, which upcoming MMOs do you want my opinion on? Feel free to leave a comment below. Have a corrosively wonderful day. I'll see all of you in my next video.